Good evening. This is Magic the Newsening, your home for fair, balanced, and counterbalanced reporting, and your #1 source for newsening. I'm Reuben Bresler, and these are our top 8 stories. One of the big stories of the last few weeks has been the emergence of Delver of Secrets as the enemy, with pretty much everyone attempting to find a way to beat the one-drop menace. When asked why they made everyone hate Delver so much, Wizards replied, "We just wanted people to hate Jeff Goldblum as much as we do." Speaking of the insectile abomination, let's delve a little deeper into everyone's favorite Swarmyard target in this week's edition of Deep Analysis. Notable stick figure Shahar Shenhar was the winner of Grand Prix Salt Lake City with Blue-White Delver, making him the first Grand Prix winner named after a Fallen Empire's legend. That same weekend, avid bundle of joy Antonino De Rosa won the Modern GP in Turin with Rug Delver, an achievement he hopes will finally be enough to get him on the amazing race. Practitioner of down-undersmanship David Crew was the only Grand Prix winner on the weekend that didn't win with Delver of Secrets in his deck. This is likely due to the fact that the format was draft, he was playing red-black, and the Delver player didn't have access to Ponder. Because of the popularity of Delver of Secrets, some speculators are hoarding Innistrad checklist cards, predicting that in several years there will be a demand. So, for the same reason, I've started hoarding opaque sleeves. Solves the same problem. And that ends this week's edition of Deep Analysis. The PAX East convention took place recently, and at a panel, Wizards of the Coast previewed the flagship card for Avalon Restored, Avalon Angel of Hope, or as it's better known, Christine Sprankle's next cosplay. The most controversial ability in the new set is Miracle, which grants the controller of the ability to pay a reduced cost for a spell if it's the first card they drew that turn, and grants the opponent of that player the ability to complain for half an hour about how lucky their opponent got last round. The other new ability in Avalon Restored is Soul Bond, or as it's being called, the Buddy System. Hold on, it's dangerous to go alone. You better take some Double Strike with you. Also at PAX East, Wizards announced that this fall's large set will be Return to Ravnica. And no, you don't get anything for guessing that correctly. You're very smart for figuring it out. Now shut up. Magic Tournament and hair spikesman Brian Kibler appeared on the MTV show Fantasy Factory this past week, opening the door for more Magic personalities to appear on MTV, including their new show, Real World Ravnica.
This is the story
of several planes. I don't even want to do this.
Who come to Ravnica
and find out what it's like when people stop being polite
and start being real.
Moving on. Over the last few weeks, Wizards has banned another player, Gary Quach, for cyberbullying. And according to the rumor mill, LSV was very close to a 12-month ban for aggravated durdling. Aspiring Grouch of the Year, Michael Jacob, discovered a way to alter card images on Magic Online, which will finally allow all the Moto Hikikomoris to put short skirts on their elf tokens. Speaking of short skirts and Magic players, former Player of the Year and current has-been Brad Nelson, and professional curmudgeon and amateur Super Saiyan Jerry Thompson will be wearing dresses at SCG Birmingham this weekend. And don't worry, they asked Jackie if it was okay. She said it wasn't. And finally, Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013 edition will be available for iPad, though since it's an Apple product, you won't be able to cast creatures with Flash. Well, that's all the newsening for this week. I'm Reuben Bresler, and remember, don't feed the trolls.